Hello, everybody. It is February 18th, 2026, and I am Chef Val, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful state of Michigan, where it's 43 degrees and we have some rain. And I'm here to talk more about the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle. Yeah, so it's the 18th, which we have today, the 18th. We have the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, 5 days. You only have 5 days left to get the bundle. So you make sure that you get the bundle because after February 22nd, the bundle is going to be gone. You're not going to be able to get it. Now, I have been going live all week long and sharing videos all about the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle. In case you haven't seen them yet, this is a unique collection of different items that is put together, and we call it the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle. In the bundle, there are cookbooks, which I'm a huge fan of. There is instructional videos, classes. There is personal stories, a couple books in there about how people healed themselves once they changed their diet and started living a healthy vegan lifestyle. Those are really good. Now, the bundle has over 70 different items, and it's worth over $4,500. But you only pay $49 for it. This is a tremendous deal. You really have to take advantage of this. But after Sunday, February 22nd, it's gone. Okay. And so the link to get the bundle is in the description of this video. There's Val's link and there's Connie's link. So my special guest today is Connie De Krammer. She is part of the bundle also. And she has in the bundle an 8-video series, and it's called Exploring How to Have a Loving Relationship with Food. Connie is a very peaceful, loving person. I got to talk to her last year, doing the bundle last year, and her videos just help you with self-love. They're very nice, calming videos. You know, I'm thinking you get the bundle and you pull up her videos and you want to sit down and relax and just listen to her. She has a very calming presence. Her videos are well worth listening to. Trust me. So welcome, Connie. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here, Val. Thank you. And there was something about the bundle I want to share.
Okay.
Last year, when I had the bundle, I found that I would take the recipes and just go through one section, then another section, then another section. It gave me inspiration all year long. I love the recipes best. I think they're a great contribution. And Chef AJ told me this year there are more than 1,000 recipes.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, really good. And the other thing I wanted to say about the bundle, you can click on buy now when you click on the link, and it'll allow you to scroll through all the contributors. And then you can see if you're drawn to it, if it's right for your life now.
Yes, absolutely. And I tell people too that the bundle is a digital download of everything. So I get a flash drive and I
Yes.
save everything on a flash drive. And then, as Connie said, you're going to have these items forever. They're never going to go away because you're going to save them. And I like to say, you know, you'll have them forever, but for the next year, you're giving yourself a present, right? And you can like open one different book, like if you want to do it every day, but it's probably too much. So like every week or once a month, just go in there and pick one of the things and open it up and explore it. If it has videos, watch the videos. If it's a cookbook, make some of the recipes. If it's inspirational video like Connie's, you can just sit there and watch it. So it's like you're giving yourself a gift all year long with all the different items that are in the bundle. It's a tremendous deal. Yeah.
I love the way you explained that. That's the best yet. I hadn't looked at it that way, but giving yourself a gift that you open again and again, and it's all new and fresh.
Yes, it is.
That's
So,
wonderful.
Connie, tell everybody who's watching, like, where do you live? Where are you from? Like, when did you become vegan? What's your history? If you want to share with everybody.
Well, I live in British Columbia, Canada, in Kelowna, which is a agricultural center of Canada and very beautiful. I love where we live. And how I became whole food plant based, like most people, was with a health condition. And I had a very large fibroid tumor. I tried macrobiotics, I tried Ayurveda, and I found live foods really shrunk the tumor. I went to Optimum Health in San Diego. And then I had a Healing Foods restaurant that served macrobiotic, Ayurveda, and live foods. And people began asking me, teach me how to do this. So that's when my teaching career began around 30 years ago. And I helped a lot of people lose weight. But the key to weight loss is not following a diet. It's very important to follow whole food plant based. That makes it so easy. But unless you deal with the mental, emotional piece of what drives overeating, you don't have usually long term success. So I kept searching, where is this magic that will give people the lasting results I want them to have and they want to have? And around 7 years ago, I found it in an understanding that teaches you how life works and how the mind works. And my contribution to the bundle is all about that, how life works and how the mind works. And as you begin to understand that and really see it for yourself, you're your own best teacher. You're the only authority that matters. You relax. You relax more and more into life. And you begin to trust life deeper and deeper. And as you do that, there's so much freedom and joy in your day to day experience. So that's what I love. And also, in this understanding, you learn more and more who you really are at the core. And as you see your true nature, you experience more love and joy and well being naturally. So it isn't about doing more, it's really, or learning more, it's really about seeing more, really seeing into what's the truth of life. So that's kind of a snapshot of what my work is. And with many people now, I help them still with food and add this mental emotional piece so they have long term and easier success.
That's wonderful, Connie. So, did you have your restaurant in Canada?
No, we had it in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was so great. And we did it for 5 years and we worked like little Trojans.
Hmm.
And then we decided we made a living, but that's basically all we did, to let it go and move on with more of a spiritual search to learn who we really were, to find our true nature. So my husband and I traveled and stayed with spiritual teachers for many, many years. And
Wow.
then we finally realized the truth was within, not out
Yes.
there. So
Yes.
that everything changed. Then we came back to Canada and we've been here ever since and loving it so much.
So many questions. Okay, so you stayed with spiritual teachers, like who like I have a spiritual background too. So I'm
Oh,
just wondering, like,
well, my husband worked for Gangaji, so we
okay,
worked. very involved in that community. And then there was a spiritual teacher in Canada we spent some years with. And then now I can't remember her name, another spiritual teacher in the San Francisco area, that we were part of the community. So we've always really become deeply involved with the community and with the teacher. And we kept looking outside ourselves for the
Mhm.
answer, for the truth. And not that we didn't love the time we spent with each and every one of them, but the truth exists within each of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so wonderful.
It was wonderful. We enjoyed it very much. And I'm so glad now to be free of that too, to just give my focus to who I really am and continue to let that evolve. Now, one thing I want to make clear, we have challenging circumstances arise in our lives. And that makes us often feel like the victim of life. But as we see more clearly how life really works, we begin to know that life has our back. And if you look back over your life, like I've done, and see the challenging times, what I saw and what I believe you'll see is that moved me forward to who I really am now. It was the difficulty where all the gold was. In the difficulty was the inspiration and movement forward in my life. And as you see that we're not presented with anything we're not ready to meet and move forward with, you trust life so much. Now, I trust life totally. I had a really serious case of shingles about 7 months ago. And I just opened, said, okay, show me what you've come to teach me. I'm here. I want to learn. I'm ready. And that has been so great because it introduced me to Dr. Joe Dispenza's work on
Yep.
spontaneous healing
Yep.
and also more compassion, more love for my own body and for the physical bodies we all have. What a gift. What a
Yes.
magical gift we get to have and care for and learn from. So that's an example. The challenges can feel like we're the victim initially, but if you really look at your life, you'll see there what's moved you forward into your next. And I feel, of course, this is just me, that the purpose of life is to grow and learn and evolve.
Absolutely. So,
So,
yeah, talking about the physical body and challenges, I have to use the restroom and I apologize. Connie, would you like to just talk for a few minutes and I will
sure.
be right
Okay.
back?
No worries. No worries. So, let me give you something you can do today to begin to see what I'm talking about in your own life. So, the reason we don't have a loving relationship with food generally is because we're using food to try to push away a feeling or to feel better. And so, today, if a feeling comes up that's uncomfortable for you, try this and you'll begin to unravel some of what isn't true in your own life. So, the feeling comes up, stop then, sit, relax your shoulders, and welcome the feeling in rather than resisting it. Welcome it in. And like a little kid, dive into it and explore, see what it's made of. But no thinking about it. Let the thinking go, just the pure energy of the feeling. Dive into it and explore it. See what it's really made of. And when you do that, you'll begin to see how you've connected food to the sense of well being, to the sense that it can comfort you, which isn't its purpose. I mean, food is a glorious thing, but its purpose primarily is nourishment for the body. So that's a first step you can take to begin to see, rather than fearing the feelings and resisting them, that feeling that's coming up that's uncomfortable, welcome it and dive into it and explore it and see what you see it's really made of with no thinking about it. That's the key. Because our thoughts determine our moment to moment reality.
Absolutely.
And it isn't about reframing, and it isn't about working on them. It's about seeing through them and seeing that if my moment to moment experience comes from my thinking and not from that circumstance out there, what does that mean about the truth of life? Do you mean to tell me that all I'm experiencing is my thinking moment to moment? And if that's so, and I don't follow those thoughts, I go into the present moment, which connects me, this is the best part, with my inner wisdom, so that I can rely on that for any solution needed in the moment. And connecting there, I live from who I really am, from the love, from the joy, from the gratitude that I am for this life, for this moment, for everything that I experience. I love so much your little video, Val, seeing the beauty of the universe that we get to marvel at and appreciate. All the,
What video is
like
that?
the background of the clouds, right?
Oh,
And
right now while we're
yeah,
talking? Oh,
and
okay, yeah.
the stars above. Just being able to view the beauty of that. What a gift. What a gift.
We have some comments. So MQ, who is part of the bundle, also says, "Hi, friends," and she says, "I love your contribution to the bundle." I assume she's referring to Connie because Connie was telling us all the talking. "I had to question my feelings of stress today. I thought where was it coming from?" So
Good. Great.
have you looked at MQ and Reverend Dina put in the bundle The Inner Life of Vegan Health, and they have a video too, and they talk about the energy healing. They talk about kind of the spiritual side, like Connie's been sharing with us. And I talked to them, just two very, very nice, spiritual, sweet ladies. I mean, Connie's videos and their videos in the bundle are two wonderful things. And that's just two of like the 70 different things that are in the bundle that you're really going to enjoy once you get the bundle, right? And so have you met Reverend Dina or MQ yet?
Yeah, we did a live on Monday together. They're sweethearts, such beautiful people, and with such sincere interest in serving humanity. I love that about the people in this bundle who are contributors. They are amazing people. Dina asked me, what do I love most of my experience so far? And it's the people like you, Val. They're all so beautiful and with a sincere desire to serve. I love that.
That has been my answer a few times too, because hey, we're all in business and we really want you to buy the bundle. Trust us, click the link, please click the link. But one of my favorite things, this is my 4th year in the bundle, is meeting all the wonderful people in the bundle. They all have a sincere heart. They just want to help people, and they have come up with such creative, wonderful, diverse things. I mean, we have recipes that are raw, but then we have recipes that are cooked. We have dessert recipes, we have savory recipes. Now, I'm going to share some of the recipes I've made. So, I got to say, Chef Julia Dunaway's whole wheat sourdough bread
Oh,
class is
beautiful.
my favorite because
Looks great.
oh my God, I love bread. And I've said this so many times. I would rather have a piece of homemade bread than a piece of chocolate cake any day. And I have been making bread for a long, long time. I've been making sourdough bread. I learned how to. I have a sourdough starter in my fridge. But in her class, she teaches such unique techniques that I have never seen before.
Oh,
So
great.
I made this loaf using her techniques, and this loaf rose and was much lighter than the bread that I normally make. So, I mean, you just, get the bundle, check out everybody's thing, but make sure you watch Chef Julia's bread making class. This is Nate Maris's hummus, Crimson Crush hummus, and it has beet in it. So his picture in his cookbook is a little more red. Mine's a little more pink, but that's okay because pink is my color. This is Lori Laundrie's brownies with sweet potato and bean. Yeah, I've almost eaten the whole thing of brownies so far.
She's such a sweetheart, Lori, too.
Lori Laundrie, yeah. So let's tell everybody what she has in there. It's called Bake, Bite, and Blend recipes, and she is a sweetheart. I interviewed her, and she interviewed me, and you guys talked also, right, Connie?
Yeah, we did a live too.
Yeah. So not only does she have like the desserts in there, she has crackers. I haven't tried the crackers yet, but she makes them sound so absolutely delicious. The fermented food. I'm so excited for the fermented food. I haven't talked to her yet. I'm going to talk to her Saturday. Eating your way to health. Fermented food. I made fermented turmeric root.
Turmeric. Wow, that's great. What is
so excited. Because I love turmeric root, fresh turmeric root. In fact, it's featured in what I've submitted to the bundle because of the strong anti-cancer properties. In fact, there's a video on my YouTube channel that I just did recently, how to work with fresh turmeric. When you get it from the store, take it home, what do? I did a video on that. So I have never thought of fermenting turmeric root before. And it tastes really good. Really good. Yeah. Huge fan of that.
I wanted to share something that supports so much the work that you do, Val. My first husband had a life-threatening heart condition. And we went to the Cushy Institute in Boston to learn macrobiotic cooking. And initially I was horrible at it, but I persevered. And that food cured him, and he was able to get off all his medications. I love macrobiotics, and it's the foundation of everything I've learned about whole food plant-based.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's a beautiful, beautiful philosophy. I love how they focus on the energetics of food. To say a bit about that, because that is so precious.
Yeah. So, and MQ also said, and your cancer prevention is amazing, Val. So first of all, this is what I have in the bundle. Cancer healing and prevention with macrobiotic principles. This is a class that I taught last year, and there's 4 videos, and each video is 2 hours long. There is so much information in here. And then you get this 65-page booklet, okay? And not only do I go over, for people who don't know, that are starters, like what the energy of the food, because macrobiotics is based in the energy of the food. You're balancing your yin and your yang energy. I go over that. I tell the history of macro, like where it started. And then, of course, the good old standard miso soup. You got to start with miso soup. But the miso soup recipe I have in the cancer series in the bundle is specific with all the ingredients have anti-cancer properties. So I went and because I have many miso soup recipes. One of those ingredients is burdock root.
Beautiful.
Look at this super long burdock root.
Beautiful.
One
Where
of my
do you get
favorite.
that? Where do you get that one?
Oriental store. The Oriental store has the best burdock, and in the Oriental store they call it gobo, Gobo. Yeah.
I'll look.
So this purifies the blood. This helps, with your lymphatic system. I love burdock root. And so my best story is also like your husband. My dad had prostate cancer. This is about 20 years ago. And I was already macro, but, they weren't. And he told the family, and I said to my parents, do you want me to show you this? Do you want me to help you? And he said, yes. And so I went out there and I cooked with my mom and my dad and I showed them. And my dad went strict macro. He did not do any medical procedure. He didn't do any medicine from the medical side. It was all food. But he, like your husband, he went strict.
Yeah.
And at the time that this happened, he told his doctor, well, my daughter is this macrobiotic chef and I'm going to do that. And the doctor said, well, you can do that, but that won't make any difference. And my dad proved him wrong. He overcame it using the strict macro diet. But then there is we use the word strict, but it's a very basic healing cleansing diet that when you are dealing with the dis-ease of cancer, you need the plain basic macro diet. Now, what I teach on a regular basis, I've incorporated in this food is like a wide macro where you can use more flavors, more flair, more things like that, as opposed to the healing, macro diet for sure. Yes, absolutely.
Well, it's beautiful food. I love it. And it's the basis of all whole food, plant-based eating.
Yeah. I made this with the fresh turmeric too. Look at this color.
What's that? Hummus?
It's a sauce out of Chef, I got to find it, Mark Renfield's 20 oil-free sauces. It's a turmeric tahini sauce.
Oh, how yummy. Yummy.
As long as I was working with the fresh turmeric, I put it in the miso soup, I fermented it, and I made this sauce. And then I cooked up last night some brown rice pasta, and I put the turmeric tahini sauce over the brown rice pasta. That was delicious.
Oh,
delicious.
That's great. I'll look that up in the bundle because I'd like to try that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these are some of my favorites. What have you seen in the bundle that's your favorite? Some of your favorites.
Well, you know who I think is a genius with seasoning and with creating new dishes is Melissa Maris.
Absolutely.
In Raw Food Romance. And she goes into sushi. She offers a book of sushi. And she also offers a book that has to do with tostadas and some wraps. I've made her wraps from last year's bundle and her tacos from last year's bundle, which means I've made the corn tortillas. And her food is wow. It's a wow. And it is raw, but you would never know it in terms of there's so much flavor and interest if you have an aversion to raw. Raw is the most healing, in my opinion, of all the disciplines, but you have to find out what works best for you.
Melissa's things that are in the bundle are so beautiful.
Aren't they?
It's like her cookbooks and everything. You just open it up and you just it's the pictures themselves are just so beautiful.
And dive in right then and there.
Yeah. So I don't have a dehydrator because I'm not raw. But what I do is I take some of her recipes and some of the other recipes and I just change them up a bit. Like the hummus that Nate did, he used soaked chickpeas. Well, I had a can of chickpeas that were already cooked. So I
Sure.
used my can of chickpeas. And now Chef AJ, who is, Chef AJ and Melissa put the bundle together. So they do a tremendous job. They have Make It Raw 4 in the bundle, and they have a black licorice recipe.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That's great.
I am going to attempt making that, although I don't have a dehydrator, so I have to, again, figure out something to do, but I want to see what the taste is with what they've put together. So definitely have plans to make that. So there's something in the bundle for everybody.
Well, I wanted to comment on no dehydrator. What I've found when I didn't have one is you can use the oven on its lowest setting
Yeah.
and put a chopstick in the door to keep it just vented a little bit. And that works great, Val.
That's
Now,
what I'm going to do. Yeah.
for Melissa's wraps, don't use the oven. You need a dehydrator for that. She's brought that down to a science for a dehydrator, but her other food you can use an oven for.
Yeah, her wraps are just beautiful. I'm going to talk with Melissa tomorrow, Thursday. And
You'll love it.
did you know Melissa is from Canada also?
No, I didn't know that. I'm glad to know it. Where do you know where she's from?
I watched one of her lives on her YouTube channel yesterday, and she said that she grew up in Canada. So I don't, because I only saw it once. I don't remember, but I love Canada, adore Canada. My mom's mom, my grandmother, was from Canada. She's French Canadian.
Ah,
So I do have some heritage there. Now, this has nothing to do with the bundle, but I'm going to ask you this question. Did you know about the Universal Ostrich Farm and what happened to it?
Oh, maybe I did know about that. I don't know what happened to it. I looked it up and knew that it was here in Canada, correct?
It's in British Columbia, Canada. Isn't that where you said you are?
Yeah, but I haven't followed it since then, sweetheart. What happened?
I followed them for a year. I found out what was happening. I wrote, I think, 8 or 9 blogs about the Universal Ostrich Farm. I fell in love with ostriches.
Okay.
Oh my God. So they, without going into great detail, they were suspected that they had avian flu on their farm, but their ostriches were completely healthy. So the CFIA came in there and said, you have to kill all 300 of your ostriches.
Oh my God.
And so Katie and Karen and Dave, the owners of the farm, said, no, we're not going to, kill our ostriches. Let's test them. The CFIA would not let the farm test the ostriches, the alive one, would not. This is the stamp out policy. They want to kill, and it's just so sad. And so I watched live feeds from the farm for a year. And I'm in the US, so there wasn't much I could do, although I was sharing it. Like I said, I wrote all these blogs about it. And I'm sorry to say, but they killed all of them. They killed all of them in the most horrific, horrible way imaginable. All of the ostriches were healthy. And again, I was watching the live feed. I watched all night long as they killed those ostriches, and the people were screaming. Katie and Karen have raised these ostriches since they were babies. Some of these ostriches were 30 years old, and they came in with guns and they corralled them into a pen and they just shot them. And there was over 1,000 bullets. I mean, the massacre went on for hours. It was heartbreaking. I don't mean to bring it down. It's just, this is just something that needs to change and in Canada. And so now they are fighting this tooth and nail. The CFIA did so many things wrong, so many things. They're going to court, they're fighting it. And this has to do with, because we're vegan, we want to save the animals. They were not using these ostriches. They weren't using them for meat or anything like that. But they had 300 beautiful ostriches. And every day Katie would come on and she would say, it's Miracle Monday or it's Miracle Tuesday or whatever. before they were killed. She is so full of love, and she was so positive. Her and her mom, and all these people came to the farm. All these people came together and were at the farm, and they would pray. And it was kind of like the trucker convoy in Canada, which I also watched 24/7. It was a bunch of people coming together with love in their heart. And these ostriches were just, as all animals are, these ostriches just were love. These ostriches were so beautiful, and they would dance, and it was just really cool to watch them. But it was heartbreaking what happened. But and Katie and Karen and all the people following are like, it was so horrible what happened, but it had to have happened for a reason. The policy in Canada has to change, because these ostriches, it was just so sad. So it is the catalyst, hopefully, to make these changes in Canada.
For betterment, yeah. Going back to the bundle, sweetheart, I love that your heart was so touched by that. But going back to the bundle, one thing I loved also, Chef AJ did this party in Las Vegas, and it had all these doctors who did lectures. So it's 17 doctors who are giving lectures about whole food plant-based, and she's included that in this bundle. And that's, I think, I don't remember what value she gave it, but it's expensive. And we get to watch all of those videos, which I love. I love constantly learning how to be healthier and more vibrant and alive.
Yes, I haven't checked that out yet. There's so many things in the bundle. So there's like 70 downloads. There's over $4,500 worth of merchandise in this bundle. And it's yours for only $49. But you have to get the bundle before Sunday, February 22nd at midnight. This bundle goes away. You'll never be able to get Chef Julia Dunaway's sourdough cooking class, Melissa Maris and Chef AJ's Make It Raw 4 book. You won't be, together in one bundle. You won't be able to get Connie's 8 video series, or MQ and Dina's spiritual inner life of vegan life. All these things in one place. You'll never be able to get them. You have to buy them individually. And what I have on my website is $140. And you're getting the bundle for $49. And this is just one of the 70 items. So this is such a tremendous deal. Link is in the description of this video. Val's link and Connie's link is there. And Connie, what else would you like to add? And where can people follow you? Tell people your
I wanted to share
Facebook.
with you. Yeah, I want to offer a free coaching session for anyone, whether they buy the bundle or not. And my website is in the show notes below.
Yes, it is.
Amazing Health Effortlessly. Just go on my website and connect with me, and we'll do a free coaching session for you. Now, what else did you ask me? I forgot.
Do you want people to follow you on Facebook, or where can people follow
No,
you?
I just work mainly from my website. So if you
Okay.
go Amazing Health Effortlessly, that's perfect.
And that's
I want-
wonderful. That's so generous that you're offering a free counseling session.
Oh, yeah, free coaching for everyone. The other thing I wanted to say is don't feel like when you click on buy on the link to look at the bundle that you have to buy it. Click on the link that allows you, like Val shows so beautifully, all these different contributors. And then you'll know in your heart if you're drawn to it. If you are, buy it. It's a phenomenal value. And the people who contribute really care. They want to give you the best of what they do.
Yeah, so I just shared the screen. Like Connie said, click on the button. That doesn't mean you have to purchase it. Click on the button to see it. And this is the website that you go to when you click on the button.
Yeah.
And here's,
Now, these are the contributors, and it shows everybody who's contributing and what they're offering. So it's fabulous.
such wonderful, wonderful things. There's Nate that we mentioned that I made the hummus from. And here's Melissa's sushi book, which is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Now,
They're
what
absolutely done away.
what
Go
was
ahead.
the other book that Melissa did, because cookbook, because that had tostadas in it?
And there's Connie's contribution right there.
There I am.
Lori Laundry, we mentioned
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
This is the Yoga Flow series that's in the bundle. So I adore yoga. I do yoga,
Oh,
and we've got classes here. It's a very calming, peaceful yoga session here in the bundle. Oh, here's the fermented lady. I can't wait to talk to her. I have a huge batch of sauerkraut that has been fermenting for 4 weeks, and I'm going to package it and put it in jars today.
oh, great.
I make sauerkraut on a regular basis. Oh my God. Homemade, well, fermented food, her cookbook and everything, but homemade fermented food is just way better than what you're going to buy at the store. It's so
That's
good.
true. That's
Here's
true.
Dina and MQ, The Inner Life of
Yeah.
Vegan Life.
Yeah.
And Chef Raw Yin, she's such a sweetheart. And this is all ice cream.
Oh, great.
And she has a Chinese takeout one too that I've looked at. I'm talking with her this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, you're doing so many lives. That's a beautiful way to support the bundle.
Yes. Look at all that you're going to get in the bundle. It's just such a tremendous deal. Yeah.
That
So
is true.
stop screen sharing. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much, MQ, for tuning in and watching us and leaving such wonderful comments. Any last minute thoughts or things you want to say, Connie?
No, just thank you so much, Val. I've loved being with you, and everybody enjoy.
Yes. Thank you so much. And get in the kitchen and cook healthy.
Yes.